I made my first trip to Asia in 1994, supporting Hyundai Electronics, now known as Hynix. That trip, I was captivated by Asia. I thought, this is amazing.
I met him at a restaurant together with Ray Schuster, who is the first employee in Asia Pacific. He was a VP. At that time, Lou really had quite a vision, so it was quite compelling. That's why I was sold.
One thing about PR is that you're like a jack of all trades, master of none.
You not only get to write, but you have a seat at the table with all these company executives. You have an inside view of how they're building their businesses and a chance to contribute to that.
You only have maybe a week or 2 weeks to really learn about the whole industry and really ramp up knowledge immediately before you meet the client.
I was first hired as a finance manager at that time. I have no idea what PR is. So I kind of like being nosy, and I just try. No one yelled at me because I did something wrong. So that is the best part. Try it, make a mess, and then you can clean it up.
We embrace challenges. We like to problem solve as a team. We don't always get it right all the time, but in that failure, I think we learn from it as well.
We highlight to the client that, look, I don't want to be your executioner. I want to be your partner in crime. I want to be an extension of your team.
When we had first expanded to Asia in '96, I remember standing in front of our staff in the US and telling them the reason we're doing this isn't to make sure we're great and relevant and a successful company, next year or even in 2 years. We're doing this to make sure we're a successful company looking at 10 years.
Our team get to experience and work with people in different cultures, and it's a huge learning experience because you just learn how in Japan everything is totally different. What works in every other market in the world will never work in Japan.
The Japan operation is one I am particularly proud of because it's such a difficult market and so many of the large multinational PR consultancies haven't done well there.
The Hoffman agency launched Google in Japan. In the Japanese market, they still remain a client today. And nobody knew who Google was. I think the strongest, fondest memories doing PR in Tokyo was being in a taxi cab with Larry Page, the founder of Google, and being chased by the Wall Street Journal down a street on a phone. Michelle, please get me in touch with these guys. I really need to talk to these guys. I know this reporter today. It was incredible. I'd never been chased for a client before.
Japanese people are a bit fear to say no to the clients, but end of the day, when you think about what is the value for the client, if the proposal is not very good, we have to say that doesn't work.
Sometimes saying no is just as important as saying yes.
To have a discussion with a prospective client and know that if we can't help the client, certainly we're not going to sign up for something we can't do. But it was more about the meeting of the minds, finding that what I call vision lock.
I remember telling Sean that we need to do more in terms of our branding and marketing, and that's where we started developing entries for awards and joining bigger awards to get our brand out there.
When we won PR Week's Agency of the Year, that was a big deal for sure because it kind of sent a message to the industry and to the big guys that we were here and we could absolutely compete with you.
But the award that I'm actually most proud of was the Cultural Award because that celebrated all the fun things we did for the agency. That included giving back to some of the organizations through pro bono work.
This is saying about it's not where you go or where you're going to, it's who you're with. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
We tried to describe what the special culture was of the company. And I always remember thinking, God, if we could bottle that, that would be amazing.
I'm very excited about our future because the end of a 20-year journey, it's the start of a new journey.
I'm from the old school. You have to knock down doors. You don't wait. You know what I mean? And I'll explain that to you. Maybe that's how I got her.